What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to do a full face glam on this face right over here. I am very excited to say that I finally got a chance to open my birthday present from last month on the 18th. Yes, that is right. I have been very busy. I told you guys that I opened up a center and I have been very busy, but happily busy with that. But I haven't gotten a chance to film a video for you guys also since then. So I actually am going to keep my weekends to myself that I will actually get a chance to film on regular basis. I will be working very hard keeping my schedule going for you guys. Now, today I also wanted to talk about Morphe James Charles. That is the palette I used today to get this look happening for you guys, and I'm really in love the way it has turned out. It is very bright. It is very fun. I did have a little bit of mishap, that I set my eyeshadow base with a translucent kind of shade in here, which is this one right here, and that kind of gave me a little bit of cakey issue onto my eyelid, and that kind of gave me patchiness and didn't blend my eyeshadow very well. But I feel like it's only because that shadow was used to set the eyeshadow base. So if you can just ignore that step and use your normal whatever that you use, in my case I actually use a translucent powder like a Laura Mercier to set my eyeshadow base, and that gives me a flawless finish. Now, with that said, it also can be the brush that I use is kind of worn out, so I probably need to toss it. So hopefully that takes care of this. But altogether, I really love the eyeshadows. I really love this palette. Didn't get a chance to play with a whole lot of colors in this palette, but I still love this so much. The color payoff is so good. I didn't have any other issues other than because of what I used to set my eyeshadow base. So I'm really happy with this. 10 out of 10 for this palette. However, let's get down to the real business. I'm really disappointed in Morphe. Ask me why. It's because when I was placing the order, when this finally, the third time, came available on their website, their site was not working the way it should be working, because when I added to the cart, it was still in the cart, but somehow the order got submitted and I didn't get an email or anything, and my cart still shows the order. So long story short, I didn't want to miss out on this palette again for the third time, like so many of you guys out there. So I ordered another James Charles palette along with the brush set, which I will share with you in just a minute. And not having this palette out of my cart, because once you submit the order, the palette goes out of your cart and it says congratulations, your order number is da 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 da. But I didn't get any of that. I was still in the cart. I still have the palette in my cart. Didn't get any email or confirmation of some sort. So I added brush to it and then I submitted. So basically I ended up with 2 palettes. Now, I definitely love this palette, but by no means I need 2 in my life. And it is a little bit on the expensive side, worth every penny on it, but then I don't want 2 of them. So as soon as I realized what has happened after I submitted the second order with the brushes, I had contacted Morphe customer service to see if they can cancel that. Their answer to me was that they have already submitted it and it's already in process of shipping. Really? 2 seconds or 2 minutes into pressing the order button, you are already shipping that to me? Really? Even though that is their fault because their site was acting up. And then they said that they will work on it because they did see that I did place another order with brushes this time, so more of an expensive order here. They actually said that they will work on their very best to get this canceled for me. And I got an email saying exact same thing what they had told me over the phone, that there's no cancellation policy. I don't understand, why wouldn't you not have a cancellation policy? There's so many people out there that are wanting this palette. So it's not like this is something that you have to sell because nobody's buying you or something, but simply didn't. And they said that you can definitely turn the shipment back whenever it is delivered. So, but then that only happens when you're sitting right at the door and waving at the postman or whoever's delivering it for you, hey, take it back. But I've got no time like that. Nobody does. And that's exactly what happened. I was working, I was not at home, and it got delivered. Both of the boxes actually got delivered at the same time. This is very shady. It shouldn't be done this way. I should have not been done this way. Now I'm stuck with 2 palettes, paid shipping on one of them, the one I didn't want, and everything. So I will see what I have to do with this one, but I just don't like this whole process, the way it happened. It was a lot of headache having to stay on the phone. By the way, did I mention that I was on the phone with them for an hour on hold to actually talk to someone? I also messaged Morphe on Instagram, and their message was that please contact us at this certain email, and that is just so you can stop saying anything on their Instagram, because they said exact same thing in the email what I already was said twice. Once over the phone and once in the email. So I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. So I had a very bad experience. I may not be purchasing Morphe ever again, but I'm going to enjoy what I have, you know, from them already. So with that said, hopefully you guys are up for this full face glam, because it is really fun and I'm really enjoying every bit of it. And if you guys are interested in this palette and it comes back up again, definitely snatch it. It's worth every single penny. This right here is the brush set. This is what the box looks like, you guys. I am really happy and excited about this. This is beautiful packaging. I have always wanted like this big tub brush set from Morphe, and this is what that looks like, so I can have it sitting on my desk. And this is what the brush set looks like. This is how it arrived. And I also have a little sponge in here as well, which mine broke from the one I had before. So I definitely needed a replacement. And these brush sets, I think I'm going to do another video for you guys so I can actually go in depth with this, because I think all my rant for Morphe took a lot of time in this video. So for that, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, you guys. And without further ado, let's get right on to the video. Alright you guys, so I have already started doing my brows. I did my Tarte Amazonian Clay and Rich Brown for my brows. So I am now working on my face. I already have my primer on. I also have concealed my under eye circles and the problem areas. I'm still getting adjusted to this again. I'm just going to go ahead and start working with my foundation today. I'm going to take MAC Face and Body Foundation, and I will also be mixing a little bit of rich color shade from Smashbox. This is the Studio Skin 15 Hour and 3.1. Just a pump would do. I'm just gonna add a little bit of coverage and color to the other foundation that I added. That was a bit lighter for my skin. So, and start working with this. Now you guys, my last weekend I didn't get a chance to film because I have been very busy with the center. I told you guys in my previous video, but I think moving on forward I should be okay to film. I'm even going to try to film tomorrow. It's Sunday. I'm going to try to film tomorrow, so that way if something does come up, I already have a video for you guys of every week. So I'm going to do that. I'm still getting used to having to get up early, you know, take care of your family needs, and then still be able to go to a full-time job that you can't come back to. I am putting in 60 hours or so at the center right now because I want to make sure everything is good and smooth, and that's just who I am. But it has been quite an adventure, and I'm really enjoying having to get up early, get ready every single day instead of just laying in pajamas, and going out, meeting people, having an adult to talk to, and it could just be simply good morning. I've been staying at home, for those who are new to my channel, for 8 years, working from home, and had literally no schedule whatsoever, even though regardless of how much you try to put when you're home, you literally are home. It doesn't feel as much as having to get up, get out of the house and go to work. So I'm really and thoroughly enjoying every bit of that. Alright, because I've got my concealer on today to conceal the darkness and give me that coverage that I want, I'm gonna go with a lighter concealer. So this one right here is Born This Way concealer to highlight. It's not very heavy coverage, so I'm just gonna, this is like anywhere from medium to light coverage, and it is buildable, so I'm just gonna use this today to highlight. Depending on how many layers of products I have is how I choose my concealer, so that actually helps me prevent any creasing throughout the day. What my main focus is right now is to actually just have weekends to myself, and that means filming, getting my nails done, taking care of my house, spending spending a lot of family time, because that is one of the things that I want to really work on, is a lot of family time. I'm gonna take two different sets of powders. This is Airspun by Coty, and then I have Maybelline Fit Me in medium. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one right here for the highlighting areas. Going with the second powder, I'm gonna take my Morphe foundation powder brush and just set all of that. For the bronzer, I will be taking this NARS palette right here, and I will take the NARS Laguna bronzer from it. So if you have it separate, feel free to use that. So one of these days, if my table is already set, I may let the camera running so you guys can actually see how I do my makeup for the work. So like daily makeup routine of mine right now that I'm really enjoying. I've started going back to work last Wednesday, so it's been a week and a half. For the contour, taking my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to go ahead and mix all three shades together and contour, and then take it upwards a little bit. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and take a big fluffy brush like this one. This is by Crown Brushes, and I will be taking the highlight shades from this and just bring a little bit more brightness under my eyes and wherever I highlighted. And it will also help me clean up the harsh edges of the contour we just got going on around my nose and jaw area. Once that is done, I'm going to take a blush, and I'm just going to go ahead and just take this right one that's in front of me. I'll probably go ahead and take this orangey shade right here, which has a little bit of pinch of peach in it, and just going to take that and apply very lightly. Done with that palette now. For the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take my beloved NYX Cosmetics eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. Just going to go ahead and apply that all throughout my eyelids. I'm going to go one eye at a time. Alright you guys, I'm super excited to say that a couple of you guys have been requesting me to purchase this palette, and I finally did. This is the James Charles palette by Morphe, and I'm going to go ahead and use it for the first time. I just took it out of the box freshly. I purchased this along with the brush set, which I should have used, right? For today's tutorial would have been perfect, just realized. For my birthday, and have been so busy that I have not gotten a chance to play with them or even open them till today. So I'm going to go ahead and open this baby up and see if there's a shade for me to set my eyeshadow base, and looks like there is a perfect shade called Canvas, which is the very first shade in this palette, like this one right over here. Set it all in place, and this seems to be a perfect color too. Alright you guys, so the first shade I'll be taking is called Code James, which is this peachy brown color right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and take that onto a fluffy natural hair brush. I think this one right here is by Crown Brush. And just going to go and apply that into my crease very lightly and start blending it. Okay, can you guys see the patchiness that I'm getting? And if I'm not mistaken, it's probably because of the shadow that we used to set the eyeshadow base with. So next time when I use this palette, I'm definitely going to try setting it with something else. I actually saw someone using it and it worked for them, so I wanted to give that a try, but it apparently didn't work for me. So that's creating a little bit of a patchy situation, and as you guys can see, I'm kind of struggling blending it out too because of that eyeshadow that I used to set my eyeshadow base with. So the palette may not necessarily have that issue, but it's just that do not use it to set your eyeshadow base. Like it's taking my, I'm gonna try switching the brush. I'm gonna get something that is a little bit more softer, see if that will do anything. I just wanna make sure that this one is by Morphe. Okay, let me see if this one will do that. Okay, so somewhat of the problem was that brush too, because I think this brush is kind of ready to retire. It's a little bit more abrasive than your brush should be. So this seems to be blending it just fine. And I will take the shade called 10% Off, which is right next to this shade, and I'm gonna go ahead and take that onto a more of a squeeze shape brush. This one is by Sigma. I know this will be okay. And just gonna go ahead and apply that into the crease and deepen it up. By the way, these two shades looks very good together. Going back to the first brush we used, well, the second one, the Morphe one, and just gonna blend the outer edges because I still want to be able to see the coat shades. All right. Today's look, I'm just going to kind of keep it in the same color category. So I'm going to go ahead and take the shade called Halloween, which is this one right over here. And I'm going to go ahead and take that onto a synthetic bristle brush and apply that without wetting it from Fix Plus or anything, and see how the shadow does. Okay. All right, this looks amazing, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do this out and I'll be right back. All right, so now that both of my eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shade called No Beans, which is a rich brown red undertone color, and I'm gonna go ahead and take that onto a pencil brush, and this will actually fix and bring more depth to the crease. So basically this cut crease that we've got going on, it will give it more definition. So, well, at least I'm gonna think that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start working along my cut crease that we created. Now mind it that I'm going out today and it is daytime. This is gonna be a lot of color for my face. So I have not put on this bright shade of colors in a while, but back in and just blend the edges. Take a little bit of color to blend this out if you need to. Keep the lower lash line bare minimum. Well, at least I'm gonna say that right now, and watch, I'll be having a lot of color, but no, I'm really going to try my best. So then I'm gonna take the very first transition shade that we use, which is the Code James, and apply that to the lower lash line, and this will be the only thing I will be applying. Go ahead and take the flat definer shade, and I will be taking the very matte black shade from this palette called Spooky, and just run that along my lashes. Do you see how rich this is? Oh wow, this is really nice. While my lash glue is getting tacky, I will be taking this Laura Mercier. This is the waterproof eyeliner in Bone. I'm going to apply that onto my waterline. Lashes are on. I also applied more mascara on top of my lashes and to the bottom lashes. I'm just going to take the very last shade that we applied into our crease. I'm going to give you the name in just a minute, and I'm just going to go and blend out the mascara smudge that I've got going on, and that will actually take care of that. Right, and the shade was No Beans. Take my Trustique, I believe it is called their mini shadow crayon. The shade I have here is Pink Pearl. I'm going to take a little bit of that. And I will be taking this shade right over here called Face Off, and I'm just going to apply that on top of it for the highlight. A little bit to the lower lashes as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a go again. I'm going to try a shade called Fia from Stila. The first two shades didn't work out. For the highlight, I'm going to go ahead and go for a Fenty Beauty highlighter, you guys. I have not used this in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and use it just for that because I love this so much. I'm going to go ahead and take both of these shades and apply. Alright you guys, so this right here is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know which shade you want to see in action and from this palette next time. I love you guys, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye bye.